Hey everyone, and thank you for joining us here today for our application deep dive webinar. I wanted to share some information with regards to successfully completing your application, the timeline, and kind of next steps that I would recommend you take as you take the steps towards starting your Masters of Entrepreneurship program and putting yourself in position to be successful entering the program here for the spring 2026 term. Of course, for anyone viewing this, um, even if you're applying for summer or applying for fall in future years, future terms, this information will still be applicable. But as it is September 2025, I want to ensure that anyone who is watching this knows what they have to do ahead of our deadlines for the 2025, or excuse me, the spring 2026 term. So I'm using a deck that we usually use for program overview, more generalized webinars, but I wanted to share a few slides from here just to give you some insights into program specifics and more specifically how I would recommend people go ahead and apply for the program and how I would recommend that they focus on the overall application. So jumping really quickly here to an overview of our program. Anyone who has learned information about it, I'm guessing this is all going to be familiar for you, but just as a quick overview, we are a customizable 30 credit program. What that means is that you select the courses that you want to take in whatever order you want to take them based on when courses are available and what mode they're available in. I'll work with you from an advising standpoint to ensure we're able to get you in the right classes for your skill gaps, for your goals, for your long-term planning. But ultimately, there are no prerequisites. You are in control of what courses you take. We offer courses in small business finance, concept development, pitching, business planning, and the development of that, marketing, leadership, AI, tech support, um, the idea of what happens when a business starts and what the first 18 months to 2 years look like. All of these courses are designed to give you a baseline understanding of running a small business while also putting you in a position to really, supercharge the overall work that you do in terms of launching that business and how that process plays out. Anyone who knows anything about entrepreneurship knows that you can learn as much as possible from a theoretical standpoint. That doesn't necessarily supplement the real world experience. It's one of those fields that you need both the book knowledge and the understanding of how and why, but you also have to just do it. And so we also have experiential opportunities. The Climb is our annual business pitch competition. We have speakers that come into a variety of courses to provide students with the insights and opportunities to better understand entrepreneurship, connect with people, ask questions of successful entrepreneurs. We have mentorships and internship opportunities that students can take part in, the latter being for credit, so that you can gain work experience within your field, as well as from a mentorship standpoint, putting you in a position where you're able to, understand from an experienced entrepreneur steps you need to take while also putting yourself in a position where you're able to broaden that overall network. And then we have the Rutbridges Venture Fund, which is a great opportunity for students to really put themselves in a position where financially you can be thinking about what makes a successful business and really bid on businesses that may be successful. I want to talk really quickly about the certificate because I think this will offer some great insights for you about how accessible this program is and how flexible this program is. So essentially, if you decide as you're applying, you know what, I want to go after these courses, I want to gain this experience, but the full master's isn't exactly right for me right now. Um, we offer a 3 credit or 3 course certificate that you can achieve at both the undergraduate and graduate level. This emphasizes trialability. You are not required to be registered in a master's degree program to complete these certificates. Um, These allow electives to be utilized to expand your program. You can study this if you're studying something else like bioinnovation or international business. But if you're just coming to us and you're saying, hey, I want graduate level courses, but I don't know exactly what if I can commit the full year or 2 years to being back in school, we can work with you this way. Um, Similarly, if you do enroll as a master's level student, you will receive these certificates as you go through the overall program. So it's not as though it's just a one size fits all. It works for everyone. Finally, if you decide upon completion of the certificate you want to continue with the program, we can get you in a position where you're able to immediately start the master's level program without a ton of effort. Want to share a little bit of information here about tuition rate. So this is based on the 25-26 calendar, $750 credit hour for in-state students, $900 credit hour for non-residents, which includes international students. It was deliberately subsidized from the larger tuition for international students at CU Denver and business school. So you can expect to pay less as an international student here within our program. What we tend to see is $26,000 to $34,000 being the range for the full masters, depending on your residency. These two tuition, the fees, they expect to go up. That's the cost of the college, but this is the starting point for where we're at right now. Happy to answer further questions about that if needed. And then I just want to give some insights into the overall application because I think that this is really important for students to be thinking about how to be successful coming into the program. So our application for both domestic as well as international students is roughly the same. There are a couple key components different between the domestic and the international side, which I'll share here in a second. But the broad overview is there is an application form that you will complete. There's short answer questions that are required to complete. You'll want to upload a resume which showcases work experience, professional experience, education, all of that. We will require transcripts from all institutions where credit was awarded. We do not require the GMAT or the GRE, even for international students. And our references or interviews, those are all optional within the overall program. For domestic students, there is an application fee of $50 that we can waive depending on participation in webinars or conversations that we've had. I will go into detail here in the next slide, but there is no waiver option at the well, there is one, but there's not really a waiver option at the international application level. I'll talk about that here in a second. Deadlines for spring 2026 students. The priority deadline is October 15th. All application fees are waived through October 15th. The domestic final application date is December 15th. Again, short answer questions, updated resume, transcripts. Very simple, very straightforward. If you can get your transcripts on hand, I can guarantee that you can be in a position to have your application completed within 24 hours. On the international side, the short answer questions, the resume, the transcripts, all the same. Where things differ is we do have a $75 application fee. We do not waive that fee unless a student already has completed an international credential evaluation through ECE or WES. The reason that we don't waive that fee, if you don't have that, is that we have an in-house credit evaluator on staff now. So that $75 fee goes to pay their services. If you know anything about international credential evaluations, ECE and WES charge around $300 per review. Ours is significantly less, which allows you the opportunity to get the experience, get the credential evaluation needed that can put you in a position to um, push through quickly your overall application while also charging you less than you would. Following completion of your application, should you be accepted and enrolled, you'll have to complete the F1 student visa, the I-20. You'll receive all information about that from me. The deadlines are coming up pretty quickly for international students. Our priority deadline was September 15th. Our final deadline is October 15th. So just a couple weeks away. As always, I'm happy to work with students who have questions, who have concerns about our overall application process to see if we can get you in ahead of deadlines. But just so you know, here are the deadlines. And then something I always hear is scholarship information. So as you probably can tell through this info, we are a heavily subsidized program. We're doing everything we can to lower costs for you as a student. Um, so you can think about it, especially if you're a non-Colorado resident, including international student, you're getting about 50% scholarship right from the jump for what this program can offer. Um, that said, we do offer additional scholarships. These have to be applied for on a semester by semester basis. They can cover a portion of the tuition that you have for your overall courses that semester. But if you follow the entrepreneurship scholarship on the scholarship portal, you can apply for our scholarship. I'll send information ahead of each. Um, uh, I'll send information ahead of the start of the semester so that you can apply ahead of the deadlines. But this is just to give you an idea of kind of what is required to complete scholarships. So I'm, as always, happy to answer any questions that students have. My information can be found in this page here. My email, my office line, and my calendar link. If you just copy that link and throw it in your search bar, feel free to set up a call with me. Send me an email. Let me know any questions that you have. I'm here to work with all students. Interested in going back to school, who have questions. So do not hesitate to reach out if you have them yourself. But I hope that this information has been helpful as you are preparing the next steps of your career. We are more than excited to have you as a student within our program. I'm here to work with you, make sure that we get you in position where you can work with advisors, mentors, investors, other entrepreneurs to really take the next step in your career. Feel free to send me an email, set up a call on my calendar, and we can talk a little bit further. Thank you, everyone, and looking forward to talking with you here soon. Bye bye.